Hello and welcome to BlueTube, where we talk all things blue. This is another episode of Transfer Talk, but before we talk about any transfers, let's talk about some club news in general. If you guys didn't know, yesterday the Capital One Cup second round concluded, and they had to draw for the third round. And the third round is when all the big teams, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, Man U, whatever. That's when we come in. So we were drawn yesterday, and we were drawn against Walsall. Unfortunately, we are away. We would have liked a home fixture, but to be honest, if we can't beat Walsall away, then we're the champions of England. I'm sure we can breeze past them. I'm not worried at all. It's on the 22nd or 3rd of September, which is a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I'm very happy with the draw. Obviously, Walsall, they're. No disrespect to them, but we're just on another level. We're the champions of England. It should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But some more interesting draws in that third round is the most interesting draw matchup would be the Arsenal versus Tottenham game, and that is going to be interesting. And wouldn't it be absolutely hilarious if Arsenal get knocked out of the Capital One Cup in their first round? That would just be so funny. But of course, that'll be exciting to see, and I'll probably talk more about it when the time comes, in the 22nd or 3rd of September. But for now, let's talk some transfers, and we begin with Cuadrado. And yesterday I said, the deal's basically done, but Chelsea haven't announced it yet, and I told you guys my crazy conspiracy theory, and that seems to be crazy, because that's just completely not true at all, because Chelsea have gone ahead and announced that Cuadrado is on loan to Juventus. It's nothing new. We already knew it's gonna happen, but it's just been, it's just official. It's just officialized. Is that a word? I don't know. It's official now. So there's that. And another loan deal is Marco Marin, and this was unexpected because yesterday I reported to you guys that he's gonna be sold for 1.8 million pounds, but that's not the case, and we're loaning him out for a season. It's the same club. It's that Turkish club. I can't remember the name. Trabzonspor, yeah, in the Turkish league. And yesterday I made the point of saying, why do Chelsea bother keeping all these dead wood? Why do we keep loaning out players like Salah and like Salah and Marco Marin and Romeu and stuff? If we know they're never gonna get in the starting 11, why not just sell them and get the cash in? And it kind of annoys me a little bit why we don't just sell him, why we don't just get the cash in and we can forget about him. But if we loan him out next season, he's gonna come back and we're gonna have to sell him. We're gonna we're gonna have to make an effort to care for him, even though we know he's never gonna come into the Chelsea 11. So Mourinho, if you're watching this, just sell players instead of loaning them out. But now let's talk into some big transfer news, and this is regarding Paul Pogba. And you guys will know that the rumors about Pogba have kind of died down over the last few days, and I said that in yesterday's video as well. But yesterday I did bring an article that said that Chelsea are preparing a 72 million pound bid for him. And I was talking to some of you guys in the comment section down below, and there's this one guy, I forgot his name, but he was just basically saying that this deal's not going to happen. It's just it's not going to happen. Chelsea haven't done any negotiations with Juventus ever since Saturday, and he just doesn't see it happening. But there's been a surge of articles within the last few hours saying that Chelsea are determined to get Pogba, and there is a growing belief at the Chelsea camp that we can sign Pogba, and if we give enough money, that he will be available to come to us. So that's some exciting news. And apparently, it says here as well, Chelsea believe 72 million pounds, that's the gold mark that we have to hit. Hopefully we do make a bid soon, because there's only a few days of the transfer window left. We don't want to be wasting any precious time. But speaking of time in the transfer window, let's talk about not John Stones. Actually, I thought John Stones was next, but let's talk about Garay. And this was a rumor that just came yesterday, and it seems to be dying down again today because John Stones handed in his transfer request. But I'll get to that in a bit. Garay, he was in Benfica the season before last, and last season he was at Zenit. He's a quality center back, Argentinian. He's 28 or so he's not maybe really the profile of center back that we're looking for, because we're really looking for a young player that'll take us through for the next decade. Someone like Varane or someone like John Stones. But we were linked with Garay, but Zenit St. Petersburg has come out and said he's not for sale, and they're just not willing to sell him. And to be honest, I don't really think he's the right player for Chelsea. As I said, his age isn't what we're looking for. We're looking to build a team that's gonna last us the next decade, and Garay just isn't that player. I'm glad that this deal isn't gonna go through. And there are people saying if we don't get Stones, we'll probably get Garay. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope if we don't get Stones, we get Varane. But it seems like we're gonna get Stones, and let's talk about Stones for a little bit. John Stones has apparently he has handed in a transfer request to Everton yesterday. It's been reported by Sky Sports, which is one of the most reliable sources out there, as you can see. So I don't know how I feel about this, guys. Yesterday I kind of had a rant just saying how much I hate John Stones. I mean, I don't hate him, but just how I don't think he's good enough to be worth £40 million. How I think we're just wasting our time and our efforts and just our life even thinking about him, even pursuing him. We've been going at him for, over a month now, I think, which is crazy. And, yesterday it seemed like, the tables were turning. It seemed like we're going to go for Varane instead of Stones, but that doesn't seem to be the case. John Stones, he's gone out. Maybe he's read the Varane rumors. Maybe he watched my transfer talk video yesterday. But something's happened, and he's decided to put in a transfer request at Everton, and Chelsea are apparently lining up a £35 million bid, which will have add-ons to it, and it'll take it to £40 million in the end. And if Chelsea make that bid, I honestly don't see why Everton would reject it, because he said he wants to leave. He said it. He's told them he's been linked with us for a month. And if Chelsea just put in the money, I think Everton will happily just sell him. I think that'll be the case. I don't know. Yesterday I had a big rant about this, saying I don't think we should get John Stones. He's not worth the money. And he's just not good enough. But, I've always been kind of shifting my views on this. I still kind of lean towards the side saying I don't think, it's a great transfer. But, it's better than nothing. Our defenses look shaky. Bringing a player in, and John Stones is a good player, so he will add to our defense. And of course, the young player, he's English, he's homegrown, and apparently Mourinho sees him as a successor to John Terry, so the next club captain. Who knows what's going to happen? So he could turn out to be a great player. I could turn out to be completely wrong. Let's hope that's the case. But this deal does seem to be, happening. It does seem to be a real possibility. So we'll see what happens in the next few days. Hopefully we wrap it up soon, because the the deadline day is looming. There's only 6 or 5 days left. So hopefully this does get wrapped up very, very soon. And now let's talk about the final story of the day. And this is kind of a ridiculous one. I just don't think this is even true at all. But let me just tell you what it is. Just in the last, 12 hours or so, there's been rumors saying Diego Costa is feeling unsettled at Chelsea, and he wants to return to Atletico Madrid. And that's just absolutely ridiculous. Diego, he's had a phenomenal first season at Chelsea. We love him, he loves us. I'm sure he's not feeling unhappy or unsettled or anything like that. But what sparked this is that reportedly, Diego Costa has met with the Atletico Madrid's president by chance on holiday during the summer. And when they met, Diego Costa apparently told him that he misses Atletico Madrid and he wants to return. And the article, by the way, this was first reported by Marca, or Marca, I don't know how it's pronounced. It's a Spanish newspaper, which isn't very reliable. It has a reputation for throwing out random stuff out there. But the report even goes as far as saying that Diego Costa, told went to, Atletico Madrid and told the players there that he wants to play with them, that he wants to return. And that just seems kind of ridiculous to me. I don't see that happening at all. We've got a week left of the window. if we do sell Diego Costa, we're gonna have to bring in another world-class striker. That's gonna, we're chasing Pogba, Stones, and to add another world-class player to that, that's just not gonna be good. I don't see Mourinho making this transfer. I don't see this even happening. I don't see Diego Costa even being unsettled, because, we love him. He loves us. It's as simple as that. And I just wanted to, just tell you guys to ignore this, because you may have heard about this, you may have read about this, you may have come across it somehow. I just think it's completely ridiculous. So that's that. And that is the end of the transfer talk. My computer's not working. And that is the end of the transfer talk for today, guys. I actually don't know how long this was. I don't think it was very long, though, comparatively. That's because, I'll talk about this more tomorrow in a video that I'm going to schedule for then. But I'm actually, going on a flight tomorrow, so I have to pack stuff, and I'm just really busy because, I'm only in Korea for the summer holidays, and I'm going back to Dubai, which is where I actually live. So it's kind of really busy right now. I don't really have a lot of time. And just hopefully this video is not too short for you guys, basically. And tomorrow there actually will not be a transfer talk, unfortunately. And the day after that, I'm gonna try my hardest to put out a video for you guys. But who knows, because I'm gonna be very busy. I have a 9-hour flight to catch, and I haven't done any of my summer homework, right? School is starting very soon, and I haven't done any of my homework. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But there's so much happening over the next few days. Of course, the transfer deadline day is looming. So there's gonna be so many rumors about John Stones, about Pogba. And there might be a few surprises in there as well. And of course, with the Champions League draw tomorrow, I'll be trying my best to make a reaction video to that, and just to tell you guys what group we're in, who we're with, and all of that stuff. There's a bunch of videos to make. There's a bunch of news to be reported. Hopefully, I'm not too busy. Hopefully, I do have the time. But only time will tell what happens. And as I said, tomorrow I'll make a short video, 2, 3, 4 minutes, just explaining the whole situation to you guys, so that there's no confusion at all, so that you guys know exactly what's happening. But that's for tomorrow, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, stay blue.